fellow makeup fiends, today I want to do a very quick review, haul slash review, swatch video of the Kat Von D palettes. This is the Chrysalis palette and this one is the Monarch palette. So we'll start with the Chrysalis palette. I've had these a little while actually, and I've actually been using this one loads. I've not had the Monarch one quite so long, but I do have the Monarch one on today. On to the palettes. This is the Chrysalis palette packaging. Really pretty. I'm going to get my glasses on. Really nice packaging. It says Kat Von D there. And it says on the top, a metamorphosis of colour, which I just love that. Then on the back it tells you what the colours are. So it's really nice packaging. And then what I love, I know it's something silly, but inside it's got these little stars like what she has tattooed on her face. So I really love that little detail. Packaging for the Monarch is the same. It's got the butterfly on the front and it's got the stars inside, and it does say a metamorphosis of colour on the top, and it's got the shades on the back. I got these from Sephora. I think they were £28 each, and then there was shipping on top of that. But it was well worth it. Sephora ships super fast to the UK. This is what the palette looks like. I love that the butterfly on the palette is actually shiny when you actually open the packaging. They feel really sort of nice, you know, like not cheap, like decently finished. And then on the back you've got the butterfly wings as well, and then all of the names. Inside you've got a pretty decent sized mirror there. And then those are your colours, which are really pretty. You get three large shades, which are highlight shades, which are Lifelike, Lunar Lights and Lucid. Lifelike is a sort of ivory matte colour. I love that it has no shimmer to it. It's really pretty. Then the middle shade is Lunar Lights, which is, it's kind of like a pewter colour with sort of shimmer in it, which is really pretty. And then the last one, which is, I think it's called Lucid. Hold on, I'll just swatch it and then tell you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Is it Lucid? Yeah, Lucid. Which is a very soft baby pink with sparkles in, and they're so pretty. Lifelike, Lunar Lights and Lucid. Beautiful shades. I love that they're big. These will be the most used shades because I use them on inner corner, on my brows, and I'll also use them on my lid. Now what I love about this palette, I love the colours. I mean, I love purples and pinks and blues, so I think that it ticks a lot of boxes. But it's also great because you've got a great crease colour, you've got some great base and highlight colours, you've got a great eyeliner colour, and they're just such beautiful colours. So the first set of colours are your purple sort of shades. This one's Hybrid Moments, then Mezzanine, and then Transition. So that's what those three colours look like. And that's them there. They are very pigmented, really beautiful shades. Love these. The middle three, oh, I'm so in love with these three shades. They're just fabulous. And you have got Glasswing, Melancholia and Black Milk. Somebody described this one as mint. There's nothing like it. It's grey. It's very strange. That's those three shades there. And that's them. So Glasswing is a beautiful crease colour. It's a caramelly fudge colour. Then you've got Melancholia, which is a beautiful shimmery pewter. And Black Milk is a beautiful grey. Absolutely love that grey. It's stunning on. And then the last three, you've got Graphic Nature, Entombed, which is that blue, and Tawny. These are all related to butterfly keeping, I think. Yeah, really like the names. And that's those three. Oh, that's those three there, badly swatched. Basically, you've got a really beautiful graphite dark grey colour. This amazing blue, it's really nice. Reminds me of Deep Truth from MAC. That's the middle one. And then the last one, it looks like a navy, which it is actually a navy blue. But when you swatch it, as you can see, it's such an intense navy colour. It almost comes off black. You can see that it is navy in person. I don't know whether that's coming across on the swatch. On the shade itself you can see it is a beautiful navy dark blue. I've been obsessed with this palette. I've been using this one loads and doing so many different combinations. I absolutely love that one. So those are the swatches, which are all over the place now. Those are your 3 highlight shades, your 3 purple trio, your more neutral trio, and your blue trio. So that's the first one. I promised to do better swatches for the next palette. Just wipe those off. So this one is the Monarch palette. Monarch, of course, is a butterfly. Chrysalis is what the butterflies emerge from. That's what this one looks like, which is obviously your more nude toned palette. I just grabbed the box because it's easier to get the names off this one. So you've got Entomology, Telepathy, and Tiny Death, I think that is. So that one is Entomology. Then you've got Telepathy. And then you've got Tiny Death. You do get a little bit of a fallout with these, I will say, even though some people have said that you don't. Entomology is a beautiful buttermilk colour. It's not ivory, well it kind of is, but it's kind of more buttermilk for me. It's a yellowy, creamy white. Then you have got this one, which is Telepathy, which is a beautiful, very white gold soft shimmer. So you can see it's beautiful. Be beautiful on the brow bone and the inner eye. And then the last one is Tiny Death, which is an ivory colour, and it's got so many shimmers in it. I don't know if it's coming off there, but it's got beautiful shimmer quality to it. So those 3 shades are so beautiful. I mean, I fell in love with the big shades in both of the palettes. So the first section, Wrath, Papilla, and I think that's Summerfly. Summerfly. I've got this one on today. I'd say this one, Summerfly, is the only one that I'm not a huge fan of, but I don't like yellow golds. But that's what those 3 look like swatched. And as you can see, they're intensely pigmented. They blend so beautiful, but they can blend a lot because they're so soft and buttery. So you have to be careful, but they are beautiful. A little bit of fallout, but it's totally worth it because they're just such beautiful shades. And like, look at that. That's what I've got on today, that colour there. That one is Wrath, Papilla, and Summerfly. And then the middle one, oh my goodness, I've got this on the inner eye and I've got this in the crease. I love the middle section of this palette. So you've got Killing Jar, I think that's Delaney, and Vanish. So that's those colours there. Killing Jar, Delaney, Vanish. Okay, there they are there. So again, Killing Jar, Delaney, and Vanish. Vanish is stunning in the crease. And I have Killing Jar on the inner eye. So they are really, really beautiful. And then the last 3 shades in this palette are, so you've got Disintegration, Shadow Jar, Shadow Box, and Deadhead. Now I know somebody was commenting and saying, oh, Deadhead is such a horrible name. There is actually a moth called the Deadhead moth, so it's not like a dead head of something, it is actually the name of a moth or a butterfly. I can't remember, I'm sure it's a moth. It's in Silence of the Lambs, I'm pretty sure. It's what he inserts in his victims' throats. Sorry if that was an overshare. But that's what those 3 colours look like. That's what those 3 look like. Look at the pigmentation. You can see there's a little bit of fallout. But you've got 2 deep browns here, but what I love is you've got a cool deep brown and then a warm deep brown, and then you've got your black, which is really intense, really, really nice. So that's the colours from that palette. And that is the highlight shades. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, these palettes are so stunning. Again, otherwise I'll end up wiping those colours everywhere. I'll show you them together. I couldn't resist them both because both of them were so different and yet so alike. The middle section in particular is so beautiful. But that's what the two of them look like together. I quite like the similarity between these three shades and these three. They're not the same by any stretch of the imagination, but I like that it's got that nude stripe that goes down the middle. I love the highlight shades. They're all completely different. There's not a single shade that looks the same. More yellowy sort of tones here, where these are more warm pinky colours, very neutral colours. Really great for pale girls because this shade here is just like my skin tone, like what my face powder looks like is like this. So really great for a base colour for me. Again, this one has got your beautiful crease colour in here and it's got a nice black for an eyeliner. Your highlights are in there, so it's like a complete eye in a palette. But I got this one first and I just really fell in love with the colours. I love that it's got colour, but it's not necessarily bright colour. It's not like the electric palette, so it is colour that you could experiment with if you're not too comfortable with colour, and you can blend it really well. So I think these are really wearable. This very much reminds me of Deep Truth, and this is what plumage would be if it was a navy, because that so reminds me of that, except it doesn't have that tealness to it. It's got a nice selection of shimmers in, not too many mattes, but enough. This colour here is great because it's matte and it's beautiful for the crease. I love that in the crease. I like the big shades. They're a great addition to this palette because obviously you could only get this many in this length. You could just very easily have really cut the value of this palette and just put a little hole and had a brush in there and been like, that is it. But this totally makes the palette because it gives you your bases, your highlights, your blending colours, your inner eye corner. It just really gives you a lot more scope, and these are the colours I use them every time. So whereas I won't use all of these colours every time, I use these every time. So it's really sensible to have these shades larger. So I love the layout of the palette. They're very buttery, creamy, very pigmented. They go on beautifully. You don't need to work a lot to get decent colour payoff because they are so pigmented, so I love that. I love that they go on really easily, but also you don't have to sit and put layers and layers and layers of them on. They blend beautifully together. They're very soft, so you've got to be very gentle when blending them because you could technically blend them away because they are so soft. They do have some fallout though because they are so buttery and soft. There is some fallout on some of these shades, but they're so worth it. I just put powder under my eyes and just wipe it away after I've used them. So yeah, that doesn't really bother me. But this was the first one that I got and I just fell in love with the quality of it and the colours of it so much. So then I had to order the Monarch, which is technically sort of the nude palette. This colour is insane. It's like, it's just like a matte copper colour. I've never seen anything like it. There are a number of shades in both of these palettes that I've just not seen anywhere else. They're so incredibly beautiful. I love that you have a matte shade, a shimmer shade, a glitter shade in your highlight section. I love that each palette has its matte crease colour. And they're just amazing. I'm just so impressed with the quality of these shadows. I do have, like I said, them on today. I put on this colour. I'm not used to the names yet, but I do have, this is my base, this colour on, this in my inner eye, and then that in my crease. I just absolutely love it, and I can't wait to mess around with some of the other colours in here, the browns and things. I think they're really beautiful. It's just a really nice mix of colours. The only one I don't really get on with is the gold one, but that's because I'm not a huge gold wearer, but I will try to use it. I do, that's one of my things. I'm going to try and wear golds a little bit more. It also says a metamorphosis of colour on the side. They're really nice, like heavy palettes. They're really well packaged even though they're just cardboard. They do have a magnetic closure, which is really good. And I just think they're so pretty. They're a really pretty addition to my collection and I'm really pleased with them. I definitely consider getting more Kat Von D products in the future, more eyeshadows, because they're not something I've got normally because we don't really get them in this country. Kat Von D is not readily available. When Sephora was shipping over to the UK, I was really excited because I thought, right, now I can get my hands on some things I normally wouldn't. There are some brands they don't ship over here, which is more to do with the fact they already sell in this country. So it's like sometimes you buy abroad to get things cheaper. So what they've done is the brands that are available in this country, they don't sell over here, like to you, but the brands that you can't get readily, then they're brands that they will send. So I'm definitely looking at some Sephora matte lip creams, I'm looking at some Bite lip products, and some Makeup Forever as well, because I know that they do have a shop, I think, in London, but it's not readily available in the UK. I like her anyway, so I think that her packaging details just really cool. Really like it, really love the names. I know a couple of people have said, oh, the names are a bit, you know, icky. I don't think so, but I'm kind of gothic in that way, and I really love darkness. I have a dark side, as my dad would say. But yes, those are the Kat Von D palettes. I'm so super impressed. I absolutely love them. I'm really glad I got them, and they're part of my collection. And that's it. I'm going to stop waffling. I'm going to leave you. I do have a blog post on the Catamorphosis, the Chrysalis palette. So the Colour of My Kiss blog link is always in the information bar below, but it's also on my front page, on my banner, so you'll get some information, more information about that palette there. I haven't wrote I can't talk today. I haven't wrote a blog post on this one yet, which is the Monarch palette, but I will write a blog post on that one as well, so that you can get some more information and photographs. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment and share as always. I've been Spacey's #1 girl. I'm going to live and leave you there and see you all soon. And this is the colour of my kiss. Stay in the bathroom for 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
No sleep.